Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I want to talk about what does the color purple mean to my tomato plants. Some purpling is perfectly normal, it's nothing to worry about. Too much purpling is really a sign that you probably need to feed your plants. On the flip side, if you over fertilize and you give them too much nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and other nutrients, they can also turn purple. That usually doesn't happen. That's why I always recommend half-strength liquid fertilizer. Use less on your seedlings and your transplants than more, because you can always add in. It's really hard to fix a plant that's been over-fertilized, but it's fairly easy to fix a plant that's been under-fertilized. You just, gradually add in more fertilizer. These are a couple of tomato plants that are ready to come out of the cells, and the purpling, the colors right here along the stem, that's perfectly normal. On the underside, you can see some purple. And what that's telling you, this is probably ready to be fed with a half-strength liquid fertilizer. Nothing to worry about. It's very green. It's green, purple at the bottom here. But then as you go up, it starts turning green. The tops of the leaves are green. They're a nice color. The underside has a little bit of purple. Maybe just a little bit of feeding, but nothing to stress yourself about. Now here's a tomato transplant that's been growing much longer. And you can see, hopefully, that it's a lot darker. The undersides of the leaves have a lot of purple. This main stem, purple, really dark through here. You can see it up in here. Even the suckers that are forming are purple. That's a little bit too dark. On the underside, you can see the veins. Let me tilt it a little bit. The veins are purple while the leaf is still a little bit green. This plant is struggling, probably because it just needs, again, a nice balanced liquid fertilizer. I'm going to give that to it. When I usually get my tomatoes into these cups, I feed them half-strength liquid fertilizer just about at every watering. You can look at my other videos to learn more about how I feed them. It's March 14th here, so these tomatoes are really being experimented on. So I know this one has been under-fertilized. I can't grow tomatoes now and get them outside. These are just going to get too big, so they are, for the sake of science. Epsom salt is another way that you can add magnesium to your tomatoes, and that does help up with greening, and it helps with getting rid of the purple color. And it's very possible it might be related to magnesium. You don't have to guess and try one or the other. Half-strength Epsom salt, half-strength well-balanced liquid fertilizer should take care of any nutritional problems. Doing it at half strength, you're really not going to run into a problem of overfeeding. If you're going to use the Epsom salt, usually I put in 1 tablespoon per gallon of water. I would do the same thing here, half strength. So half a tablespoon in a gallon of water. And this plant, after feeding it in about a week, that purple color is going to go away. It's going to get nice and green. You might see a little bit of purpling down here, but you're not going to have to worry. So purple color usually means a nutrient deficiency. Give it a half-strength liquid fertilizer. You can give it some magnesium sulfate or Epsom salt if you want. A little bit of purpling along the bottom of the stem, under the leaves lightly, usually means it's perfectly fine. Again, this would need to be fed anyway, so just give it a feeding. Nothing to worry about, nothing to stress about. You can take care of the problem as soon as you notice it. Please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.